Migration Watch. Have you heard of that? Migration Watch UK.
So.
It publishes stats. I think somebody was on GB News and he was talking about. So I went on the website and looked at it, and this is something you and I, just for the viewers, you can find this on Migration Watch's website, and it's the green lines. Sorry, I know we don't kind of do. The green lines represent white British people in the UK since 2001 to 2021. Right. So it's relatively, it's a couple of years out of date, and I suspect the situation's got far more. But if you look at London, and you've told me this before, but it's staggering to see it on this bar chart here. The green in London, which represents white British people, is 37%.
Yep. So
that means 63% of the people in London are not white British. Some of them are white, some more of them are white, which is the green bit there, but something like 50% is Asian, black, mixed or whatever. The others are kind of Irish or Romanians or whatever it might be. But 37%.
And it's the same in Birmingham and Manchester. They're the three places now, three cities in the world, it's 3 cities in this country that white British is a minority.
Yeah, it's got East Midlands at 72, but maybe this is because this is the whole of the East Midlands or whatever. So this isn't going down to individual towns. Yeah. So what did you say the other 2 areas are?
Birmingham and Manchester.
Are less than 50% white British. It's quite staggering that. You now understand why Lawrence Fox and Calvin, I've forgotten his surname now, Calvin Robinson, have moved out of London, and they say they hate going back there, basically, because it's not. Sorry, I didn't give the comparative. In 2001, it was 60% white British. So it's gone from 60% white British,
halved in 2 decades.
In 2 decades. That is I was in London. I was in London in early 1980s. Probably was like 80% white then, British white. Now it's 37%. That is massive demographic change, isn't it?
This is what, when people say my country doesn't look the same anymore now, my country's changing, I'm losing my country. When people say I want my country back, it's because of those stats.
Yeah. And London's where the most people live as well. So how many white British people in London are affected by this?
12, 15 million in London, something like that.
So you can kind of, and a lot of these characters talking on the television live in London. The ones who are saying this has got to stop. Yeah. And you can understand why. Yeah.
The flip side of that, Keir Starmer would say, London is the financial centre of the UK. If it wasn't for London, we'd be a third world country.
Yeah.
And London does so well. Why? Because of diversity is our strength.
Yeah. I think the interesting thing this for our listeners as well is if you do look at the dark green, the majority of the country is still dark green.
Yes.
So I think I kind of take heart there that, at the moment, this is not totally out of control.
It's the big cities.
Yeah, it's the big cities where we've got the issues.
The problem is.
Yeah, but if it does become a war, we talked about the fact this could become a war, and this is where we may get arrested, Nick, for inciting violence. If, as people allegedly say, this is now a war between the British people and the government, the British people are by far in the majority across this country.
Oh, of course they do. Of course.
Yeah.
And that's why they're terrified. Because they know, there's 70 million people in this country. And, it looks like at the moment 40, 50 million of them are not happy.
Yeah.
And they're blaming the government, and you can't control. And even if it's only a couple of million people, you can't control a couple of million people.
No, you're right. You're right.
You really can't. When Eastern Europe fell, every one of those countries fell overnight without a shot being fired. And a day or two before, not one of those governments saw it coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how quick things can fall. Because once the public realise we've got the power, we're not having this anymore, is the second the elite realise, do you know what, we're really not in control here, are we?
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
So guys out there, if you are watching, I know we have a lot more viewers now, we are in control still. We have, there's a lot more, although I'm not even white British, so I don't know why I'm saying it, but there's a lot more white British, but native British people out there than there is of everybody else. So
and the other people are not the issue. The government's the issue. It isn't the Bangladeshis who's come here. It's not the Nigerians. It's not this.
Yeah.
It's not that. Because it's not like they're just one tribe. They hate each other just as much as they hate other people.
Yeah.
They will all splinter and fight each other, as we see all the time. They're not the problem. Allowing immigrants to come here and settle, they're not the problem. It's the government who allow them to come here.
Correct.
They're the problem.
Yeah.
There was a stat come out last day or two, over I can't remember how many years now. The last 2-3 years it was. More new jobs in the UK have been given to Indians and Nigerians than people born here.
Oh, really? What, since when? Or what period?
Last couple of years,
Yeah.
over the last 2 years, all the new jobs in the last 2 years, more have been given to people from Nigeria, or have been given more to people from India.
All right. Okay.
So we're creating jobs here, but we're importing
to-
more people
to
to
take
do
them.
those jobs.
Yeah.
And we're leaving between 7 and 10 million people on benefits, work-related benefits in this country. Because we don't want to tackle lazy Brits or disabled Brits or mental health Brits or long COVID Brits. You all stay there on benefits, and for an easy life we'll just import more people to do the jobs that we're creating. It's the wrong way round.
Yeah. Let's just get those 7 to 10 million people working.
Back into work.
Back into work. Yeah.
Did you enjoy that video? I think you did. Come on now, hit that bell, subscribe, comment. Let's build this channel. I need more followers, I need more subscribers. Be part of the journey. See you soon.